Today I'm going to be showing you my setup in my A5 Turquoise Domino. As you guys probably know, I got this for my birthday from my mum. When I got it, I didn't know what I was going to use it for. I didn't really have any initial plans for it, but I have been loving my A5 planners recently, so I very quickly found a use for this. What I've been using it for is kind of my main planner. So instead of having everything all in one planner, I have different planners for different things. So I've got my pink Kiki K is for my shops and stuff. I've then got my Paper Chase paint splodges planner, and that has my projects like SwapBot, postcard swaps, pen pal incoming and outgoing, and it's also got YouTube stuff in. I will be doing a setup video on that, but that planner's taken longer to set up because it's kind of one which I've added to gradually. So for this planner I just try to keep everything straightforward, simple, and I feel like that's how my head kind of works. I work better when things are point blank, this is this, that is that, you know. So you will see that everything is quite simplistic, not overly decorated, not overly cluttered. On the side here you can probably see that I've got a charm. This is another one from Kawaii Studios. You guys probably know by now that I'm absolutely obsessed with her charms. This one is actually of a little pink planner. This is obviously a patent planner and my dividers and stuff are laminated, so there's probably going to be a lot of glare. So when you open it up, this is how I've got it. I don't have anything in here at the moment. I think that'll be somewhere that I kind of bung things that need to be added that I don't necessarily have time to add straight away. And then over here I have my Coleto Pen. This is actually the dinosaur one. I got it on eBay from a seller in Japan. I'll of course leave a link to it below, or if they don't have it I'll leave a link to the seller because they tend to have a lot of really awesome barrels that you can't get anymore. The colours on this pen just kind of went with this planner so perfectly. So I've kind of got like a turquoisey slash light pink theme going on throughout this. I decided to go with the classic tab shape for this planner rather than the circles that I usually do, mainly because I know that I wanted to add text to them. Like I said, I wanted this plan to be very straightforward. You know, as soon as I open it up, I know where I'm going. So I just have 4 sections in here. I have monthly plans, weekly plans, expenses, and an other section at the bottom. My monthly plans is something that I've wanted to get under control for quite a while now. I have 2 magnetic clips here as well. This one is from Paper Chase and it came in a set. Not sure if they will be available anymore. And then this one is a little Bimo, which is from Adventure Time. This is from Crafted Van. I will leave a link to their shop in the description. They tend to do a lot of characters, like famous characters from films, TV shows, books, and they're just like little magnetic bookmarks. This one is just like 2 magnetic squares on each side which keep it together, whereas this one is like the whole thing is a magnet. So yeah, I find that this one isn't as strong. As you can see, it's just kind of sliding about a bit. For my monthly inserts, I have gone for the Philofaxy ones. They are the month on 2 pages. As far as filling it in goes, I decided to print off just some little different coloured rectangles with different words in, cut them out and glue them in. They aren't stickers, they aren't anything fancy. I have bought some A4 sticker sheets though, so I can print them off onto sticker rather than having to glue them in because I made a bit of a mess on some of them. So in here, each thing has a different colour. So my post day is yellow, my upload day is red, the days I have to sit down and make jewellery is blue, the days I have to work on Cloudy Cow is pink. I then also have record days, which is in a kind of purpley colour, so obviously that's when I'll record videos. I've then also got admin, which is black, so that's just kind of accounts, emails. I then have these little circles which are what I call whatever days. I have found in the past that when I have structured my whole week and planned out my whole week, been days where I've not wanted to do one thing and I've wanted to do another thing. So on those days I can wake up, I can either work, I can choose whatever I want to do like work wise, or I can just have a relaxing day to chill. I've actually printed off all the way to December 2016, so I have everything in here basically. I haven't actually printed them back to back. My printer is just rubbish for printing back to back and the paper I get isn't like the best quality. What I did instead, I printed all the months off on A4 sheets, so this was once an A4 sheet. I then cut them all in half and I glued them back to back, and it has actually worked really well. I did it with my weeks as well, so I'll get to that and show you that in a minute. They did go a little bit wobbly to start with, but once they've been sitting in here for a couple of days, they've really flattened out. It also makes them kind of thicker. which I really like. It did take obviously a little bit longer. It's definitely worth it. So if you're having issues with printing back to back, then I can definitely recommend trying to glue them. The second divider is my weekly plans. I have another magnetic clip which is from the same set as the owl one. I also forgot to say they're holding my pages rather than having to flop this page over once I flop the divider. So yeah, it just kind of flops it all in one go. I feel like I need something to wedge this up so it gets rid of the glare. Okay, let's try a film canister. Okay, that's got rid of the glare a little bit. So my weekly inserts are from Philofaxy as well, up until kind of the end of June, where it kind of, I've got halfy going on. Basically, my paint splodges planner from Paper Chase came with like the whole diary up until the end of 2016, and I felt like it would be a waste not to attempt to try and use them. So I've decided to put them in here, and for some reason it started like late June, and it didn't even have like the start of the week that it started on, which I thought was a bit weird. But so I've kind of printed off just a few pages from the Philofaxy website for their week on 2 pages inserts for the A5 planners. Again, like I said at the start, it is not overly decorated. The most I'm planning to do in here is a bit of washi tape at the top and bottom of the page. In the overview of my month, I've kind of got obviously kind of brief snippets of what's going on in that day. Like I've got a YouTube video uploading on the Monday, and then in here I can put what YouTube video it will be going up. So that's kind of an overview, and this is a little bit more detailed. But yeah, that's how I'm planning to use this. I've then got an A5 ruler from Filofax, which came with this planner. I then got these, which I got for my birthday, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them in Wilkinson's possibly, or Asda. Like they do kind of one of these sets which can be put in your planner. I then have an expenses tab, which I've never really had before, but me and my boyfriend are going to be moving up north very soon, and I feel like it's definitely something that I need to start tracking more regularly. I obviously keep track of like my work expenses and stuff for my accounts, but like day-to-day spending I feel like I need to keep track of a little bit more. Obviously I've not used any sort of expenses chart before, so I kind of put my own together in pages. So for now I've kind of kept it really basic. I've just got a date column, an item column, and then there's amount and where. And in the where section I'll put like where the money's come out of, so like PayPal, my bank, cash, because I feel like that's something which might come in handy to know where it's come out of, where my money comes out of most. And then my last divider is the other tab, and I've always said if you have a planner you need to have some sort of other divider, because there is always going to be stuff which you don't know where to put it yet, but you need to keep it somewhere safe, and that is what I'm going to be keeping this for. At the moment I just have spare papers. At the back I don't have any kind of notepad. I never really use a back notepad. If I'm going to write notes then they'll be on this kind of blank paper and then moved into other sections in my planner, so yeah, I never really have a back notepad there. And then obviously I've got my pen in my pen loop. So yeah, that is my setup of my A5 Turquoise Domino. Obviously it's a very simple setup, but maybe it's giving you some ideas on how you want to set yours up. Don't forget to check the description for any links to any of the places that I've mentioned in this video, and also if you have any questions then let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.